Hi everybody, this is Angel Arts, and today I wanted to make a very special announcement. So I'm prefacing this announcement as a big, giant thank you video, like I normally do with each milestone that I have, because within the last week, I can finally say...
It's over 9,000! What, 9,000?!
Yes, I wanted to first and foremost give a gigantic thank you for everyone out there who has supported me ever since I started doing Let's Play videos to get me to the point where somehow I incredibly managed to muster up over 9,000 subscribers. And that is a huge, huge milestone. So I wanted to try to come up with something very special to do in celebration of 9,000 subscribers. And I'm personally very, very excited for this announcement, and I hope those of you who are watching are excited as well. As you guys know, when I first started working on this channel, my vision was to try to, if I could, form a community, no matter how big or small, that I felt was a safe place for people to find others who share the same interest, whether it's in video games, whether it's in tabletop gaming, or gaming in general, or analyzing games and things like that. As my viewership and subscribership has grown, one of the things that I know that you guys have probably heard me say, especially during my milestone videos, is I wanted to make sure that I see you guys not as numbers, but as people, because you guys are people, not just numbers that happen to, you know, once I hit a specific value, then, oh yeah, let's celebrate another milestone. So I wanted to do things, I've been doing things with my last several milestones to try to make the growing large community feel small. And one of the things that I did was I started doing things like open Mic Hangouts, where, you know, it's a forum where you guys, the viewers, if you're interested, can hang out with me either in person or just watching in general to ask questions and post comments and questions, while me and a panel of viewers who are interested in joining me to hang out with me discuss some sort of topic they're interested in. And I thought that that was a great way I got to meet some really awesome new people. I was able to put faces to people, again, it's just another way for me to try to see you guys as people and not as numbers. Now I want to take that to the next level, because I fully understand that sort of format, I'm still going to keep doing open Mic Hangouts, but I know that kind of format is not for everyone. Maybe people are a little bit too shy, and, you know, putting themselves out there on a hangout for everybody to see online is not really their thing. You know, maybe the times in which we do the hangouts isn't very convenient for you. You know, things like that nature. I know it's not for everybody, and a lot of the feedback that I've been getting from people, when I get to the shout-outs later, have been many people who've been telling me that they have found my channel to be a great source, one of many sources, I'm sure, of spreading a little bit of happiness and joy into their lives, because I know many of my viewers go through some really tough times, and sometimes things can just be really challenging for them, and being able to, you know, find a friendly community like I've been trying really hard to foster and encourage and develop is something that people have appreciated. So I wanted to try to, like I said, take this a step further. So over the last 2 or 3 months, I actually started getting into Discord. If those of you who don't know what Discord is, it's basically like a gaming chat channel. For any of you guys out there who work, are out of college and work in a professional setting, You might be familiar with the program Slack. Slack is a way for businesses and professionals to sort of like chat with each other in communities, and you can make different channels, like separate little channels for specific subjects and stuff. Well, I just decided to start a Discord server, and I started by only inviting the people that have ever auditioned for one of my tabletop campaigns. So I decided to start small, because I thought that'd be a really great community for people to start meeting other people who are also interested in tabletop gaming, maybe people who have been looking for other games and have had issues finding other people to play with. You know, this is a great resource for them to meet other people and maybe start their own campaigns and all that good stuff. But I thought, you know, there's an incredibly large community in my viewership who, you know, might not be as big into tabletop gaming, who visit my channel because they're more interested in video games in general. So what I would like to do is I would like to open up the Angel Arts Discord server to any of my viewers who are interested. If you are looking for a place where you can meet some new people from all around the world who loves talking about video games, whether it's Telltale games, Bioware games, or any games at all. We have on the Angel Arts server, we have a channel for people who are interested in talking about anime. We have one, of course, talking about tabletop gaming. We have ones, talking about video games. And I want to try to continue building this community. And of course, I'm going to be on that Discord channel as well. So it'll give you guys a chance to chat with me or chat with other people, other viewers, and I feel like this is a great way for people to find some sort of outlet, make new friends. Maybe if you're looking for some support. I know that a lot of people who do watch my YouTube channel happen to, for example, be in the LGBT community, and though that has never been it was never my intention to make LGBT like a major focus of my channel. I always wanted to be known as a Let's Player who happens to be gay, not a gay Let's Player, just a Let's Player who happens to be gay. And yes, I do have gay Let's Plays, but not all of the things that I do are gay Let's Plays. In fact, the vast majority of my Let's Plays are not gay Let's Plays, because I try to cater to a universal audience. But naturally, many of my viewers do happen to be an LGBT, and many people have struggles, and sometimes it's hard for them to find other people who can relate with you, who maybe understand some of the things that they're going through. So even though the Angel Arts Discord server is not meant to be an LGBT focused server, it's meant to be for everybody, it certainly is LGBT friendly, and hopefully that is also something that is appealing to you guys as well. If you're looking for a friend or if you're looking for support, I know that some people who have messaged me have said that, they don't have very many people to talk to or talk about these kind of things. So maybe that's another reason for you to, end up in this Discord server. So if you're interested, it is through invite only. I'm not just going to be posting a link publicly just for anyone to just jump on board. But if you are interested in joining into Discord's Discord server, please send me a private message and I will send you a link that lets you get into the server so that we can start hanging out, and maybe I can start socializing with you guys at your leisure. Whenever you want to sign on and just chat, I would love to see you there on the servers. Now, of course, there are rules and guidelines for being able to be a participant in this server, and they include the following. Number 1, please be respectful of everyone. We have a very diverse community here, and we want everyone to feel welcome. This is meant to be a safe space. Racism, homophobia, and similar hate speech will not be tolerated and will result in a ban. 2, if anyone feels that they have been attacked by someone, please bring it to the attention of a Bosley. Bosley is also what I refer to as the admin. Somebody coined it, Mikey actually coined it as a term because of Bosley from Charlie's Angels. And these include the admins or Bosleys include powers, dominions, and thrones as the roles, and you'll understand this once you get logged in. So basically, every single person who comes in has a specific role based on the angel hierarchy. They're actually a celestial, like 9 levels of angels hierarchy, and powers, dominions, and thrones are parts of that hierarchy. Number 3, please keep major disagreements and such discussions in private chats, thus not to clutter the chat with negativity. Please know when it's best to agree to disagree and move on. Number 4, please try to keep discussions PG, as this is a chat for everyone, including minors. If you want to have discussions about not safe for work material, it's probably not appropriate for the server at all. Keep that on a completely different server. We're not going to be dealing with NSFW stuff. 5, if you want to discuss spoilers of any topic, please do so in its designated channel. When you first arrive at the Discord server, everybody is going to start as a spirit. That is your ranking. You'll be a spirit. And as a spirit, you have access to at least the public channels, and you have limited permissions. You can still, read and post things onto the public channels. But in order to be opened up to the rest of the private channels on the server, you will have to earn your wings, so to speak, earn your wings to be promoted to a full-fledged angel. What does it take to become a full-fledged angel? Well, really all that means is that you have to maintain yourself in good standing. What does it mean to maintain yourself in good standing? Well, first of all, don't be a jerk face, don't break any of the rules and guidelines. Second of all, pretty much all of the admins or the Bosleys have been told that they can promote anyone that they have gotten to know well enough on the chats, that they're familiar enough to know that they're not a troll, they're not just there to spam the channel, anything like that. Once they at least recognize who you are and have pretty much determined that you're not going to contribute negatively into the community, it's at that point that they will promote you into angel status. So this does mean that you do have to, participate. You have to be, relatively active on the channel, and that doesn't mean that you need to be posting onto the channels every single hour and every single day. That's not, I mean, this is meant to be a very casual thing, use it as a resource for as little as much as you want. So don't feel pressured to be overly social, because I know that there's plenty of introverted people out there, but maybe the introverted people might have an easier time coming out of their shell in a chat setting versus, say, a webcam open mic hangout setting. You just have to be active enough for the moderators to recognize you, to recognize who you are, and have seen you interact with other people, have seen you, participate enough on the chats just to determine, again, that you're not a troll or you're not a spammer. Because otherwise, if they have no idea who you are, or if they've never really seen you post anything, it's really hard for them to make that call. So I hope you understand what that means. It's not meant to be super difficult for you to earn your wings to reach angel status. It just needs to be enough so that we know you're not a total jerk face, basically. For those of you who happen to be a Patreon, I wanted to give a special thank you to the Patreon viewers by giving them the Archangel status. And what the Archangel status means is that you still have exactly the same permissions as a regular angel does. It's just that, your name is a pretty gold color, just to recognize you as, you know, as a Patreon and as a thank you for those of you who are able and willing to support the channel in that way. In addition to that, we wanted to begin a special program to recognize exemplary members who have contributed to the Discord server community. So each month, the mods will nominate angels towards receiving a special Principality status. Principality is another angel rank. And again, while this status doesn't give you any extra permissions as an angel, your name gets to be, you know, recolored in this really pretty special scarlety text. And you can think of it as a badge of honor, an achievement in recognition of your positive influence and your positive contributions to the Discord server. And every month I'll post an announcement for all the people who have earned more wings into Principality status. It's mostly, you know, to recognize the people that we feel is deserving of recognition, and maybe to set an example and encourage everybody else, you know, to be positive influences, to be positive contributors into the Angel Arts Discord server community. As for the Bosley role ranks, a power has the ability to promote and kick members. A dominion has the ability to manage channels and manage permissions on channels. And then a throne enforces the rules and regulations. So when conflicts arise, they are pretty much the main enforcers who determine swift judgment. Naturally, Reclusiarch David is our first and currently only throne. I don't know, I just kind of find that fitting, and any of you guys who do know Reclusiarch can probably agree with me that that's very fitting. I hope you guys are excited in making new friends. I'm excited to get to know you guys on chat so I can know you as people and not just, you know, random names that put down comments on my videos every once in a while. It's all about building the community. It's all about trying to help you guys, you know, network and connect with others. So now that I've announced all that, let me continue on with the shoutouts. And again, as always, if I don't give you a shout out today, it's not because I don't appreciate your viewership at all. It just means these are people who have, in my vision, have noticed them going above and beyond, and most of the time that is by sending me a private message that particularly like affected me on a very personal level. I wanted to start with Logan Klump. Logan sent me a message about, I don't want to like get into Logan's business, but we'll just say that Logan has had some personal challenges, and Logan voiced and shared a lot of those challenges, and I was again very, very flattered that Logan was willing to be so open about it, and telling me about some of the things that he's been going through and how much the channel has helped him because of that. So Logan, I just wanted to say thank you for that very heartfelt message, and thank you for being so honest and open with me. That took a lot of courage, and I hope things are going better for you. I wanted to give another shout out to Shay. Now, many of you probably know Shay or XEI as one of the players who will be participating in the upcoming Pokemon tabletop campaign. That's not the reason why I'm giving him a shout out. I actually, you know, wrote down, I have a list, I have an ongoing list. Every time I feel like somebody is deserving of a shout out in my next milestone, I'll write their name down. Shay I actually put down even before he started auditioning for the tabletop campaign. So anyway, Shay just sent me a very sweet personal message, just being super supportive about my channel, and coming from somebody who is also a Let's Player themselves, I always feel very flattered when another Let's Player reaches out to me, especially one that I have come to really respect, like Shay. So Shay, thank you so much for that, and I'm looking forward to playing the campaign with you. The next person I wanted to recognize is Bejeweled. Bejeweled again sent me a message, just in general, it was a message that really made me smile. I ended up remembering it well enough to think, yeah, I mean, I think that Bejeweled is deserving of a shout out. So Bejeweled, thank you very much for that message. This next person, I am actually not going to reveal their name. Many of you might have remembered me mentioning that a viewer of mine wanted to share a free code for Dragon Age Inquisition, but they specifically did not want to be mentioned. And so, even though this person did not want to have their identity revealed, I still wanted to thank that person personally for doing it. I think the person who ended up receiving the code was very grateful and very appreciative. And, just a thank you. I know you didn't want to be recognized, I know you didn't want to be honored for it, but I'm at least honoring you anonymously. It's such a very sweet thing to do. So thank you. You know exactly who you are. I wanted to give another shout out to Ian Nabin. Ian hails from the Netherlands. I always love when I hear from my international viewers, because I'm very, very huge on learning more about and hearing from people from other countries. And Ian also gave me a very, very touching message. So Ian, thank you so much for taking the time to write that to me. Shout out goes to Griffa Dubs. I'm not going to read everything that Griffa wrote, but I did want to read a portion where Griffa says, and as a parentheses, please don't take offense, I don't want to be that guy in the podium apologizing because I said something that he claims was misinterpreted. And as a straight male, I find it very interesting and unique to see a playthrough gone about the way you do with them. Basically, it just makes me really happy to hear that even straight people appreciate my Let's Plays, because I'm hoping that my video caters to everybody, not just people who happen to be under that LGBTQ umbrella. So I thank you, Griffa, for sending me that message, not just for that one comment, but for your entire message as a whole as well. Thank you. And last but not least, I wanted to give one more shout out to Phoenix Nephilim for being my 9,000th subscriber. Thank you, Phoenix Nephilim. So that's what I've got. So again, if you guys are interested in joining the Discord server and making some new friends and hanging out with me on the chats, please feel free to private message me and tell me that you'd like to join, and I will send you a link. Keep in mind that once I send the link, it's good for 24 hours, so if for whatever reason you don't get the joining link on time, just PM me again and I'll resend you a new link that you can use, and we'll go from there. Thank you so much, regardless of how many videos of mine you watch, regardless of how often you watch them, whether you watch in all of my videos or jump around or whatever, it doesn't matter, big or small, however you support me, whether you're Patreon, whether you're not a Patreon, however you can support me in any capacity that you can, thank you so much, and I hope that we'll end up continuing on with many more years of fun videos and Let's Plays. So until then, everybody, love yourselves and love each other.